Hello and welcome back to the Moss Garage channel. Today I'm showing you the finished version of my 2026 USACC 69 Camaro that I just finished. So for this build, I guess a little bit of a backstory before we get into the build. The USACC build is short for the Unified Scale Auto Content Creators, and it's a group build that happens every year. I think it starts in November, goes until March 15th, and each year, one of the members of the group picks a model kit, and everyone uses that. And this year, the model kit that was picked was the Revell 69 Camaro. Now, personally, I'm not the biggest first-gen Camaro fan. I'm much more of a second-gen fan. I think a 71 RS Camaro is probably one of the best muscle cars, in my opinion. So because of that, I just don't have as much interest in the first gens, and I really didn't plan on doing anything for this build. But as the time started to tick along, and I actually had a chance to have lunch with Brian with BG Models late last year, or maybe early this year, I can't remember. But we were able to kind of talk USACC ideas and kind of throw build ideas at each other, and that's kind of what helped me get excited about the build. I came up with this idea to do a period correct lowrider, and that's what we ended up doing. So it's not fully what I imagined. I had mentioned in my previous video that I had two paint options. One of them was going to be a more advanced lowrider paint job, and the second was going to be this gold. And yes, we ended up going with the gold. So the other paint job did not quite work out. But before we get into that, this is Duplicolor Light Driftwood Metallic, which is an early 2000s GM color. And it's really cool. It's a gold pearl. So in the sunlight, it actually starts to go a bit kind of gray, especially down here by the rockers. And then it gets this really nice gold hue on the roof. Now, it is a new color, but I felt like it would add a little bit of that just custom touch kind of look to a 70s build. It's similar to the... Hi, do you want to be on camera? My cat's bugging me. She thinks I'm talking to her. So, what was I saying? I think it's a very good color for a 70s custom because it is similar to the factory gold color that these would have came in, but it's got a little bit of an extra pearl look to it, so I think it gives it that little extra custom touch. And I did want to do a respray look because I did do a badge delete on this, and that would have most likely entailed a respray, or at least some touch-up paint. So went with the custom gold paint because I really wanted to do a fade paint job on this. And unfortunately, my airbrush skills are just not quite up to par yet. So that didn't work out. Plus the paint I had gotten what I thought was a bit of a darker gold color, but it ended up being just bright yellow, and I don't think it looked very good. Are you going to keep talking? So, yeah, what did I end up doing to this? So first off, the suspension has been lowered in order to give it that lowrider stance. It has not the most detailed undercarriage, but I made it work. You can see it's kind of got, it does not have exhaust because it is a little too low for that. But I modified the rear leaf springs to kind of make them look like the kind of bars you'd have on a lowrider. I do have some hydraulics tucked in there somewhere, and then the front is pretty much just lowered. I didn't go too crazy with the suspension on this. It's never going to be displayed with the undercarriage visible, so it doesn't really matter. cosmetically body-wise, what have I done? As I mentioned, I did a badge delete, so I deleted the fender badges, the trunk badge, and the nose badge. Also because this is not a Z28 like the kit was originally going to be. And the biggest cosmetic change would be the hood. So this is an AMT 67 or 68 Camaro hood. And I got this tip from U.S.A.C.C, who used this hood on his build. And with just some minor sanding, you're able to get to fit on this kit, which is exactly what I wanted. I was actually looking for one of these hoods because I wanted to build this as a 6-cylinder car, and the cowl hood would have been cool, but it's not what would have been on this car. And yes, someone could have thrown it on, but I wanted the standard hood. I think that would have gone with the look. So I'm super stoked that I saw Lucas post about that, because that really made me more excited about this build, that I could actually do it how I wanted. And once we come around to the rear, you'll see the final cosmetic change that I did to it. And that'll be a set of custom shark fin exhaust tips from Lowrider Scale Parts, who also is the supplier of the wheels, which I absolutely love. So I thought these would definitely give it that 70s look, is having the shark tip or shark tail exhaust tips. And then you can also see I did some custom license plates. Figured Midas would be a good name for a gold Camaro. So yeah, this is Midas. So now let's get to the fun part. Let's get underneath the hood and show off the Chevy 250 6-cylinder that I threw into this, because not everything needs to have a V8. I know some people would disagree with that, but that's my opinion. I like doing these kind of builds of trying to make 6-cylinder cars cool. I did my 56 Chevy with a 6-cylinder, I did my 67 Mustang with a 6-cylinder, and now a Camaro with a 6-cylinder. And so this is a, like I said, it's a 250. I'm spacing on the guy who designed this. I'll throw it up right here. But it's a 3D printed engine, and I did a couple custom parts for it, mainly the triple carb setup, because I wanted to have a little bit of a hot rod look to it. So I designed up the manifold and the triple carbs and the air cleaners to give it just a little bit of a custom look. It is also wired. I have the spark plug wires and some radiator hosing. I also added some heater hosing. You can see the lower hoses and the upper hose. And just adding a little bit. I added a little bit of a fuel line detail on the carbs. So nothing too crazy, but just enough to make it feel a little more full, since the 6-cylinder does not fill out the engine bay as much as a V8 does. It also has no fan, so don't pay too much attention to that. I did run out of space. I thought I was going to be able to get the fan to fit, but it didn't. I have the engine. I could go a little bit further back with the engine, but looking at the real cars, this is where the engine sits. It actually sits a bit from the firewall. So I think this might just be due to the fact that I believe this is a 24th scale engine, not a 25th. So I think that's what caused the space issues. So other than that, I painted the brake booster in the same body color, because it kind of looks like that. Is it zinc that they do? That kind of goldish finish that they have on some of them. So thought that kind of went with the vibe. And then interior, I'll throw some photos up, but it is a stock interior, nothing too fancy in there. I did do the wood grain trim just to give it a little something special. But yeah, I wanted this to be a very easy car, so something that would have been done by, you know, it's a casual build. So the whole idea behind this was that it would be some kind of casual build that would have been done in the 70s. Nothing too crazy, just simple paint job, lowered suspension, a little bit of a hopped up motor, but not like a proper 70s show lowrider with like the, I think about in the 70s was when you started seeing like the carved seats and all that. And that's cool, but I wanted this to be a very clean kind of street cruiser style lowrider. And I think that's kind of what I end up with. So yeah, this was been fun. This was my first USACC build. And the one thing I've always liked about, sorry about that, build-offs, even back when I was doing custom Hot Wheels primarily, is it gives you something that you wouldn't normally, it motivates you to build outside of your comfort zone. And like I said, I'm not a first-gen Camaro fan. I never would have built one of these, most likely, if it wasn't for a build-off. And I'm not mad with how this turned out. Yeah, there's some blemishes. Yeah, I kind of rushed a little bit. I didn't take it too seriously, but I'm happy with it. And I'm kind of happy that I actually have a Camaro in my collection now. So you got to thank a build-off for that. Build-offs have been responsible for some of my favorite builds, and that's because it convinces me to step outside my comfort zone. And I think that's important. You never grow unless you push yourself, right? So speaking of that, this is only my second full, I say that in like air quotes, gloss paint job. So what I mean by that is on my model kit, so excluding die cast, I've only done 2 full builds that have had gloss paint. This and my Ferrari F430. I have done 4 other ones, but those were all for the 24-hour build-off. And so those were cars that I kind of used as an excuse to experiment with trying to get better paint finishes. And so I've done 2 of these builds now, and I'm not perfect. I'm still using rattle cans. This is, again, a Duplicolor paint. And the paint finish is not the best. It is kind of orange peely. I still am worried about doing the whole color sanding thing. I'm still too worried to do that, so I think that's kind of responsible for a lot of the imperfections. But we're getting there. I used some 1K clear on this, and especially on the hood, I got some real nice gloss out of it and polished up a little bit. The rest of the body, it's got some, but it's not quite to the extent of the hood. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so I'm excited to do more clean paint jobs in the future. I love doing rust, but not everything needs to be rusty. And I have a whole world of cars that I'm really into that just aren't rusted. I'm a big Euro car fan. And like I did with that Ferrari, like I did with my 24-hour build-off BMW last year. I love Euro cars, but I don't build them because I don't think I could do the paint job well enough. So that's what I've been trying to work towards, is getting better paint jobs so that I can actually expand and build more things that I want to build. So yeah, again, that's another thing I'm grateful for with this build-off. And yeah, I think you've heard enough of me rambling about nonsense, so I'll give you some beauty shots and let you enjoy those, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the photos.